Yeah.
the son. And this is my mother, Marie. Nice to meet you. Where do you live? Was your husband buried in Crown Hill? Oh, Fort
Ladies and gentlemen, we have horrible traffic on Wadsworth. Imagine that. So we're just going to wait 5 minutes. One of our speakers is in that traffic, but we will start in 5 minutes. And really, I mean, you know, you can complain with this really.
Good evening and welcome to Olinger Crown Hill. I'm Bradley Fries-Rano, the General Manager. On behalf of the Olinger Crown Hill staff, thank you for joining us tonight for our annual service of remembrance. We thank you for entrusting us to care for your loved ones, and it is our honor to have served your families this year. We know the holidays can be a difficult time missing a loved one and want you to know that we are here for you. Tonight, we're partnering with Lutheran Collier Hospice. Kathy Rapola, Executive Director, joins us tonight. Kathy?
Thank you, Bradley. On behalf of Lutheran Medical Center, the Lutheran Foundation, and Lutheran Hospice, I'd like to also welcome you all this evening. We feel very privileged that we've been invited to be a part of this special evening again this year. And it's really nice to see you all in person, as well as I welcome those who are online. During this time of year, our thoughts go out to all of our loved ones, including those who are no longer physically with us. Remembering and honoring those who are special to us is very important to the grief process. And knowing that those we love can never be more than a thought away is very comforting. With these memories, they will always live in our hearts forever. We hope that this service of remembrance serves to comfort all of you, as well as to be a time of reflection. Thank you for joining us tonight. And we also want to express a special thank you to Olinger Crown Hill for partnering with us again this year. Thank you.
We hope that tonight provides peace and fond remembrance of those who are no longer with us. Thank you to Kindred Spirits for the music tonight. Our celebrant and officiant tonight is Diane Ganzauer. Diane.
Everyone here tonight has a loved one in mind. I invite you to come into this as a sacred moment set aside for mourning and honoring a beloved, your beloved, for embracing those who have left our presence. Grief is a good and necessary thing when someone we love has passed away, as Kathy said. And mourning is a community moment of grieving, reminding us we are together even in our grief. We are not alone. I offer this prayer. Great source of all love, who has known each of us and loved each of us, we call to mind all those whose lives among us came to an end in this past year especially. We thank you that their time now completed, however short or long, sad or joyful, is looked on, known, and embraced by you. We offer up remembrance for the people we are grateful to have walked with. We give thanks for all they gave and all the future owes them. Giver of all life, who knows us beyond what we can ever comprehend, your love embraces every person who has ever lived. In unity with your grace to each and to all, we are thankful for all those named and unnamed by us tonight, whom we hold in gratitude and who have preceded us in death. We are thankful for the gift of love and cherished memory that each is and will always be. Held in the palm of your hand and drawing our memories close like a warming flame, our hearts are united in remembrance this night. Amen. When we say someone's name, we call them to mind and back into our lives. We hold them in our hearts. Kathy Rapola will be joined by Shannon Martin, Olinger Crown Hills Funeral Home Manager, to read the names you've given us tonight for loved ones who've passed away and whom you've come to honor. We invite those watching this service online to say your loved one's name privately, aloud if you wish, knowing that we are all together this evening in remembering and honoring those we have lost from our midst.
Jan Saviero. Ryan Ritchie. Don Ritchie. Teresa Romero. Lee Ellenboss. Guy Rano. Jeff Dreyer. John Larson. Gunter Gork. Palmer Kraft. And Berdella Kraft.
Nasim Khwajazada. Julie Blea. Raymond Blea. Maria Rivera. Amanda Lozano. Jay Peters. Stu McElvennon. Bill Mestis. Louis Vinquist III. Amy Estes. Lorena Fort. Dolores McEnany. Gary Rapola. Paul Boyer. Luetta Owens.
Did we miss anyone? I know a couple of people come in a little bit later, including people who are joining us right now. And then saying of a name is so very important. Is there any other name you would like to say for who you've come to honor tonight?
Frank Arshman.
Thank you. Anyone else? Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. See, immediately, they're in your mind, they're in your heart. Anyone else? We're good? Okay. The light in those lives has not gone out. By remembering, we honor them and keep the light from their life here with us. Over the next few minutes, while we hear some more beautiful music, we invite you to reflect on the person or the people you've come to honor tonight. You've brought with you from outside in the foyer some ornaments and a marker, or if you need a marker when we start the music, raise your hand and we'll get you a pen. We're just asking that you write the name of that person or those people on that ornament. And while you do that, embrace the memory of the person or the people you are dedicating that little ornament to. When you're done, we ask you to simply hang that ornament on the tree or place it next to the tree so that I can tell you're done. Okay? Just so that we know that your writing is completed. And when you head home tonight, of course, yes, you can take, and we hope you will take, that ornament home with you. If anyone needs a pen, just raise your hand, but we'll begin. May the light from your loved one's life remain with you always. As this year ends and we prepare for a new year to begin, may their memory be close and warm your heart with gratitude for their time with you. We've come through quite a time, haven't we? A long time, when we felt like we couldn't put an arm around somebody that we really cared about. And for those we still need to protect, the visitors remain quite few, and an embrace continues to be rare. What an unnatural and painful time. Through all of this, haven't we missed gathering and even embracing each other? And my message today is that we need to embrace each other a lot. Before that sounds too radical, let me explain. Because there are different ways we do that. First of all, we embrace each other, do we not, in our heart? And that candle that I lit, which I don't know that you can see in the back, but it's heart-shaped, kind of like the one in the poster. This candle is a symbol of the love and affection with which we embrace people we love, holding them in our heart. Our heart, the very essence of who we are, deep inside, guides everything we think and do and say. Surely we all know that. And from that place deep inside us, there's so much we can do to embrace those around us, especially to fill the hole in the heart that happens after a great loss. With love in our heart. We embrace loved ones in our memories. And those memories bring comfort. We also embrace loved ones through our traditions. And surely traditions can bring us a feeling of peace, and that life as we've known it is continuing. We embrace each other in our prayers and intentions, lifting us in hope that all will indeed be well. And we embrace loved ones and neighbors through our kindness. Kindness, surely a path to joy in life. Well, who needs comfort, peace, hope, and joy? I think we can assume it's everybody. Perhaps another word for what I'm recommending that we consider tonight is the simple word presence. And no, I don't mean the kind that comes under a tree for many people. People in your life need your presence. So rather than being distracted, which we all get, we can choose to see, to listen, to sense with our heart. The times to embrace a person by simply being present for them. Now, presence is a gift beyond measure. There are hundreds, indeed, over time, thousands of families who have walked the path you all are walking. I'm not saying it's all the same, it's not. But many, many families come through these doors and are also taken care of by hospice. And we hear stories. We hear family stories. The memories shared with us, the ones that really stay there and resonate in a family, and often bring laughter and smiles, are the simple memories of someone being present. I hear hundreds of stories. It is without a doubt one of the greatest blessings of this work, being a celebrant for people's lives. And you know what I hear most? This person was there at my ball games, or there at my concert, or there when I broke up with my first boyfriend and needed somebody's shoulder to cry on. Or they were there when I graduated from high school or whatever the program might have been, and so was there. In other words, they don't have to be really big moments in life. They could be rather the things that happen in a lot of lives. But someone was present for those. Never underestimate being present with a plate of cookies when somebody gets home from school. Decades later, someone will say that. Those are the milestone moments. When a loved one has passed, hold them in your memory and also share those memories among those who also miss this person. In your own way, make this loved one present in the lives of the people to whom they mattered. Memories. When the family gathers for a holiday, come together in traditions or maybe make a new one. Embrace who your family is in all its quirkiness. Through the traditions you hold in common, be present to each other in family traditions by carrying them forward. When someone is hurting or trying to overcome a challenge, bring them close in your prayers and send good intentions their way. They will know you are present in their life. And forever and always, show your presence in someone's life by being kind. Sometimes the most important kindness involves simply showing up with an understanding look or a word, or maybe even a real physical embrace. You don't have to know a person well to be able to assume that we all bear some measure of loss. We all struggle with some measure of darkness and challenge. That's part of life, and surely all of us have been reminded of that in the last 2 years. So even if there is a lot of food around, too much food wherever we go, there is never too much kindness at the family table or anywhere else. When we leave this place, let's agree that given enough time, the light of kindness that you carry in you, and that I'm going to make the assumption you came at least in part to honor in someone else's life tonight, that light that you carry on can overcome any darkness. The staff is going to help us now to light the individual candles that we have. And when your candle is lit, you might be asked to also light the candles of the people around you at the table. The easiest way to do that, and the linen people will be grateful, is if your candle is lit, you hold it up, and the other candle comes to meet it, okay? Lit candles going like this is, you get the idea. And I invite those online to light a candle as well in memory of your loved one. The lyrics are on your table, and when the musicians come around to the beginning, we'll sing those 3 verses together, okay? And please, if you know the starting pitch, help me out. I think I'll get it. We sounded pretty good. Howard Thurman. I don't know if that's a name you recognize. He was an African-American man born in the early 1900s, deep in the South, lived through the Great Depression. A challenging life, to be sure, and he grew to become a renowned spiritual leader. There are some who think he was one of the great spiritual leaders of our country. And he had this to say about this time of year. He said, "I will light candles. Candles of joy despite all sadness. Candles of hope where despair keeps watch. Candles of courage for fears ever present. May we light candles of peace for tempest-tossed days, candles of love to inspire all our living." When we go from this place, those of you who can't see, this is the little marching can. I don't care if it's dripping on you. I know you will hold the memories of your loved one in your heart. I hope you will also hold in your heart the kindness that brought you here. And that is such an inspiration and so needed as a presence in the life of people around you. It's in your heart now. Let it be a flame forever that you carry forward.
Thank you so much for coming this evening. I hope that you found some peace and comfort while you're here with us tonight. We also have a special thank you to Lutheran Hospice for being here with us this evening. And thank you, of course, to our musicians for your beautiful, comforting music, and Diane for your beautiful and comforting words. I really just enjoy this ceremony and being able to be a part of it this evening and being here with you. So before we conclude tonight, just want to go over a few announcements. There are still goodies and there are drinks available. So please, if you haven't already, please get something to eat and drink before you go. Also, when you leave this evening, there is this brochure here, if you would find it helpful. It's helping yourself cope with holidays and anniversaries. And if there's a friend or family member at home that would benefit, please take that for them, or an ornament if you would like. There is also information on a card that you'll find like this as you leave this evening, and that gives you information on how you could receive one of these ornaments from Collier Lutheran Hospice for a donation, then help support Lutheran Hospice. Some of you that are here might have experienced their love and care when your loved one passed. But they do great work, and those proceeds benefit that hospice. So if you'd like more information about getting one of these ornaments through a donation, pick up one of those. Of course, if you have any questions or need anything else, myself, our funeral director, Bill Roberts, and general manager, Bradley, are here to help. And if you have any questions about Lutheran Hospice, of course, Kathy is here as well. So with that, thank you again so much for being here. Appreciate you taking the time to come, and hope that this helps you ease into this first holiday, maybe without your loved one. Thank you. Oh, go ahead. Oh, yes. And speaking of beautiful music, the CDs are available over here for purchase if anybody would like one. Thank you, ladies. Thank you.